Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game, FoCuS versus LabyRinth. This game taking place here on Echo Isles 2.2. FoCuS spawning as the blue orc on the top left-hand side of the map, opening things up with an Altar of Storms and a Burrow. Meanwhile, his opponent Labyrinth all the way on the other side of the map here, opening things up with a Crypt, Altar of Darkness, and a Ziggurat. Of course, branded starting locations here. This was taken from a professional tournament. Pro Iron, any way to get sponsorship and keeping these games relevant here 20 years after their initial release. Can't really fault them for trying to get some advertising dollars. Now, let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup. FoCuS opening things up. Well, we don't know what he's opening up with because I couldn't buy enough time for this altar to actually be completed. Altar of Storm is going to be completed here in just a second, and then we will see it will be a Blade Master going up against most likely a Death Knight. Waiting for the Ziggurat. There we go. There is that Death Knight Acolyte wandering around. I believe it went down to... Did it kill a sheep? Yep, that's all it did. Tried to kill a sheep. Did so exactly that. Would use a Rod of Necromancy charge. And all of that just to buy a second or two on the cooldown of that Rod of Necromancy. I've said this before in the past, real-time strategy games is a game of seconds. You are trying to get ahead in terms of time. Given any amount of time, given extra time against any professional player, a significant amount of time, you would naturally beat them. A 5-minute lead in WarCraft 3 would mean that you have your heroes out. You're able to put down pressure before your opponent even began to mine. And, that's why disconnects or lag or slight lag makes such a big difference. Blade Master versus Death Knight. Unfortunately, it is the WarCraft 3 reforged icons. You guys will just have to keep track of that as take a look at what's happening here. Blade Master picks up Gloves of Haste, has sold the Scroll of Town Portal already, does have a healing salve, and, trying to take down that Acolyte there. Meanwhile, Death Knight off to the south side here. That is the reason why it wanted to use or get the Rod of Necromancy cooldown faster, because all of these skeleton minions were brought down over, and now you can go ahead and use another Rod of Necromancy charge off of one of these felled units. TJ Nom, thank you for thank you for all of the support for all of the many months, and thank you all you guys out there watching out on YouTube. It does definitely support the channel. Funny thing to note though, really, after all this time, the reasons why I am still able to cast is really because of Kingdom Rush, right? Like, it's just one of those weird things. Like, my Kingdom Rush videos have gotten so many views that I'm able to continue to cast after all these, all this time. All right. Oh, are we gonna see another potential takedown against that Acolyte? Acolyte almost taken down there. One more shot. However, the Grunt is now surrounded. Blade Master had used up all of its mana, and by doing so, will not be able to push out or Windwalk push out that Grunt. That Blade Master invested so much mana into trying to take down that Acolyte, did end up taking down the Acolyte, which slows down the expansion here, but at what cost? All right. Death Knight now continuing to retreat back here, trying to go after this Murloc Nightcrawler creep camp. Blade Master is nearby. Death Knight does have Unholy Aura while fighting on Blight. That is some very fast movement speed, as we're going to see a potential surround on that Blade Master. Blade Master is going to be forced to Windwalk there, will be able to get away, but with the low amount of mana, may not be able to stick around. It looks like he's trying to ensure a kill on one last unit, and, the ghouls are just making sure to make it difficult to do exactly that. If the Blade Master tried to take that kill, it most likely would have been surrounded, as the Death Knight now wanders out to the middle portion of the map. Meanwhile, off to the north here, we are already at tier 2 by FoCuS. We are going into double bestiaries and, well, waiting. Wait, what is this? A Fire Lord. All right, so a Fire Lord as a second hero by FoCuS. Death Coil going to save that last ghoul right there as more damage is getting racked up here. Fire Lord trying to do a little bit of stutter step attacks there. Is that ghoul going to get taken down? Blade Master, well, Blade Master unable to finish the chase here. Meanwhile, the lava spawns are still getting in a little bit of hits as the Death Knight, now that it is no longer being chased, seems to be okay. One more shot there, going to finish it off. That lava spawn down to 255 hit points. Has to be very careful as it wants to split. There is another lava spawn out here, and we're going to see perhaps a death of a ghoul. Yes, one ghoul now taken down. More ghouls coming back on over. That is a lot more ranged damage that you would normally see from an orc player at this point and stage in the game who went for Blade Master first and really hasn't trained any units out of this original early barracks. Coming back around here, there's Dust of Appearance trying to, well, take down that Blade Master. Blade Master is still okay here as we're looking at quad lava spawns really being able to put down a lot of pressure here. Are we going to see them split again? Most likely we will not, as we see these lava spawns about to reach the end of their time life. Blade Master trying to get one or two more shots in, does get it, gets the items, and now has a potion of replenishment, which would be incredibly helpful. We are looking at 6 lava spawns out on the map there. These lava spawns are just, well, trying to push pressure onto this side of the map here. And you can see that the lava spawns, their timed life is actually rather slow, or rather fast. Excuse me. The bars are dropping quickly, and as their bars drop quickly, well, the Death Knight doesn't have any real opportunity to try and finish them off. Blade Master still has that potion of replenishment. Fire Lord looking to get to level 2. Raiders are already out on the battlefield. Lava Spawn going to do another split here and also heal up just a bit. One of the benefits of splitting your Lava Spawn is that they pretty much heal back, or they heal close to half-life, if not exactly half-life, once they split, allowing you to continue and move forward if they did absorb a little bit of damage for you. Potion of Replenishment on that Blade Master gives him new life and mana, and a new opportunity to perhaps land and some critical strikes, windwalk strikes, or just delay. Necropolis nearly done teching the tier 2, and from there, well, LabyRinth will need to train up a Lich Tech to tier 3 and get a Slaughterhouse. It's one of the crucial points in the Undead build order in how they spend their gold. LabyRinth about to take down an Acolyte going to get taken down here. Raiders looking to dive in once more. Another Acolyte going to get taken down. And, well, with all of these Acolytes pretty much gone, the Raiders are really doing a fair job here. However, one low hit point Raider about to get finished off here, trying to finish off this Nerubian tower. And now we're looking at the ghouls trying to finish off the Raiders. So who's going to end up falling first? That is the question. The Nerubian tower heavily invested, and now one more shot will finish it off. However, well, units are going to be forced to try and retreat back. There goes another explosion there. A very strong 1-2 combination using that Incinerate on top of the the Incinerate on top of the Ensnare to make sure that the unit, well, stays there, forced to take damage, and then pretty much explode on death. FoCuS, well, 2/3 of the way done with that Expo start. We're looking at the Raiders looking to engage against all of these Murloc Nightcrawlers here. Death Knight sitting at level 3, and we can see a little bit of separation from the creep camp. Death Knight wants to finish things off. And what is that? That Nightcrawler. Oh, interesting. The Nightcrawler, because of the creep was aggroed, the Nightcrawler is trying to apply poison to all of the targets. Once all of the targets are here, or all of the orc targets were had poison applied, the computer AI knew that their other creeps were actually fighting against the undead, so try to switch position over to the undead side, and with that ends up losing an easy kill opportunity. Death Knight now looking to engage here, perhaps trying to go after this incinerated ghoul, but the incinerated ghoul gonna, well, be able to survive a little while longer. So the Fire Lord actually acting as another heavy damage dealer in the orc army. army here simply by using the Incinerate and the high hit points against it. All right, Overlord gonna go ahead, get in a little explosion there. Incinerate still getting in some damage. There's a Death Coil onto a Raider. Raider throws back around, gets an Ensnare onto a Ghoul. That Ghoul, however, well, no longer getting focused down. Who's getting in the damage? Difficult to tell. Death Knight now nearing level 4. Dual level Fire Lord level 2, Blade Master level 2, as these units are retreating back again. All right, some easy kills here. That's going to be one dead Skeletal Warrior, another dead Skeletal Warrior, as a bunch of low hit point units need to be healed back up. Nothing a healing salve will not solve. There's a Clarity Potion. There's 3 charges on a healing, or no, come on, 3 charges on a healing salve. There you are. As the Fire Lord, well, he needs some love and some items, using up a Clarity Potion to get more mana. Now, both sides are sitting at level or on 2 bases. FoCuS's base a little bit more sparse, needs a little bit of, well, Orc Burrow and maybe a tower to try and deter. Meanwhile, FoCuS is using that high mobility of the Orc army to go after key buildings, such as the Tomb of Relics, and perhaps even being able to take down the Slaughterhouse before it finishes building anything. Firelord is still sitting at level 2 after all this time, but these ghouls are most likely going to get finished off. There goes another. There's a double level up here, as the Expo of FoCuS is now in some serious trouble. All right, are we going to see damage down here? Trying to save the Expo by, saving the Expo by attacking the main Halls of the Dead. If LabyRinth had lost his Halls of the Dead, that would be a major setback. No Scroll of Town Portal inbound, then would have taken down the Slaughterhouse, and suddenly there is really no tier 2 tech. However, the Altar of Darkness did end up training down on the southern side, so we do have a second Lich. All right. I was going to say, if the Stronghold was finished off before the Lich could be completed, that would have been an even further setback, as the Death Knight sits at level 4. Both sides sitting in no upkeep. Both sides, well, don't have enough gold in the bank yet to really burst. As we can see, oh, a line of ghouls. A line of ghouls completely getting gift wrapped here and could get easily taken down. We see level 2 lava spawns here. Firelord trying to retreat back out. More ghouls coming off of the line here, as the Raiders are trying to minimize their surface area by going up against the trees. And this is actually a strategy more I saw in Battle Aces than I've seen in WarCraft 3 recently, but the Lich does get taken down. All right, minimizing the surface area. Lich falls at level 1. Lava spawns are going to start splitting up as well. There's a surround onto a Raider, and that's the exactly reason why the Raiders initially went up against the trees, to prevent the surrounds here. Firelord could be in trouble. Are we going to see a potion of invulnerability or a push? There you have it. There's a potion of invulnerability, and we're going to see a bunch of low hit point ghouls just getting exploded and left and right here, as we still have a Scroll of Town Portal. This is so much damage, so many units lost. LabyRinth down to 31 supply compared to FoCuS's 44. There is some gold to try and train up some more units, but yeah, the additional damage output of that Firelord cannot be denied, especially as those ghouls get gift wrapped and end up staying still. The additional range damage of the lava spawns allow for the focus fire, cause the explosion, and then you just almost kind of rinse and repeat and find another low hit point unit, ensnare it, focus fire with lava spawns and that incinerate, and it just starts to snowball as the explosion damage starts to, add up. All right. Quick, easy ensnare there. 50 supply compared to 46. Both sides trying to train back up. We're going to see the Blade Master take, a lot of damage coming back around. Death Knight sitting at level 5, though. Blade Master and Firelord both sitting at level 3. The Lich, however, only sitting at level 1. And we now see Obsidian statues by LabyRinth. All right, LabyRinth now finally getting the glue that can hold the army together, providing hit points and mana. Meanwhile, skeletal minions making their way over here to the Expo that is not being very well protected. No watchtower, also no reinforced defenses, as we are going into tier 3 for a Shadow Hunter third. All right, I thought perhaps Tauren Chieftain third, as the Tauren, well, having a Tauren Chieftain definitely helps out because your lava spawns attack that much faster. All right, there's a quick item pickup there. Orb of Lightning on the Blade Master. Raiders getting into a little bit of trouble. One gets taken down there, and well, Death Coil, Frost Nova acting as that nasty 1-2 punch still. LabyRinth sitting on 1,000 gold, still needs a bit of lumber. A lot of skeletal minions doing that bit of chasing here, and well, why not just go after all of these skeletal warriors and let them get bursted down? There's that explosion. There's another, well, subsequent kill. We're going to see more explosions here. More skeletal warriors going to end up getting taken down. Dark Ranger as the third and final hero with silence coming across from LabyRinth. All right, finishing off. There's a couple of ring of protection there. There's also some pork in the fridge. Coming back around. Trying to make sure my kids eat a healthy breakfast. All right. Ensnare, a gift-wrapped ghoul may force the fight here. We're going to see a couple more ensnares trying to take down that obsidian statue first. That is a big deal. No incinerate on that obsidian statue since it is mechanical. Death Coil onto a Wind Rider. There is not much that is attacking the air right now. The Lich, no, Death Knight. Oh, nice play by the LabyRinth, quickly swapping over the Orb of Corruption to the Death Knight to have another anti-air unit. Death Knight getting a ranged attack there as we're seeing a Scroll of Town Portal on to, I believe that was the, no, Blade Master, in order to get a tactical retreat. Shadow Hunter actually a bit separated from everything else, and now FoCuS's Expo is widely exposed. The level 5 Death Knight causing some serious problems. Fire Lord Wind Rider now trying to make its way back as LabyRinth has now taken the supply lead. 4-4-1 going up against 5-1-1, and the Dark Ranger could get burst down here in second. There's a Death Coil, but a day late and $1 short on a hero, and that would have been the big difference there. Another hero gets taken down. The two level 1 heroes fall within 15 seconds of each other, and one missing the town portal by a split second, the other missing a 600 hit point Death Coil heal. Talk about those, well, pivotal moments, and going back to that statement, Warcraft 3 is a game of seconds. Real-time strategy games are a game of seconds, and I couldn't express that more right there. Perhaps a game of a fraction of a second, the difference between coming out of a battle with a victory or a loss. All right. Don't you need to be a genius to know that LabyRinth came out on the losing end of that battle there, losing 2 of those level 1 heroes. Yes, they're back out on the battlefield only at level 1, but I believe they were resurrected at the tavern. That costs a bit more gold, and also those obsidian statues need to drain more mana in order to get them battle ready. All right, Lich once more has the Orb of Corruption. Death Knight nearby. Well, gonna go ahead and back away. Dark Ranger wants to get to level 2. There should be enough units here out on the battlefield. Oh, Gargantuan Sea Turtle snaps at a ghoul, finishing it off. Coming back through here, more a shade now. Gonna keep track of things. A lot of Wind Riders, and I've said this before, and I'll say this again. I do not like Wind Riders for Orc at tier 3. They're simply too supply heavy. For a race that has a 3 supply grunt with that can increase hit points, and raiders that have 600 like more hit points, right? 610 hit points at 3 supply. Wind Riders at 4 supply with 570 hit points pretty much means 1 Death Coil Frost Nova on near full hit point Wind Rider is dead. And by giving 4 supply worth of experience, because experience is based on the amount of supply the unit is, it just feeds more experience into the undead heroes. We'll see if that's how it plays out here as the Wind Riders and Troll Bat Riders going back and forth. Yeah, super heavy supply and squishy. I said it, and I'll say it again. But not only is it squishy, they heavy on supply, give a lot of experience, and squishy. All right. I still think if you could do as some sort of a beast or some sort of training to give the Wind Riders, you know, like effective breeding or whatever, so that their supply goes from 4 down to 3 at tier 3. It would be a beneficial upgrade, um, right? You'd have more supply to work with. They give less experience. Yeah. Maybe he got ranged aura. I don't know. I can't tell what that item is. Okay, Firelord. Oh, Firelord did get True Shot aura. Okay, so there is some True Shot aura. Yeah, that's the True Shot aura, right? The Flute of Accuracy. Focusing on range now. All right. Well, Lich is at level 3, and because Dark Ranger was the second hero, that means that we won't have a Panda as the Dark Ranger was the third hero. That means we won't have a Panda as the third hero. I guess that works as part of the strategy there, knowing that your opponent can't get any more air AoE to really weaken the units before they're finished off. All right, there's a quick hex there. Perhaps the Blade Master was hoping for a Purge strike in order to take it down. Meanwhile, FoCuS is taking that northern Expo with a watchtower first. Perhaps he's going to follow it up with a tiny Great Hall if needed, just wanting to make sure that his opponent is not causing any issues or trying to grab an additional expansion. Blade Master going to find a Crypt Fiend hiding off to the north, and well, that Crypt Fiend not even going to get a single web down to bring down any of these units. Nope, never mind. Take it back. Troll Bat Rider getting webbed down here. All right. Are we going to engage? I still think web should be a channeled ability, since I believe it usually it prevents. Does it not? I guess it doesn't prevent the units from attacking. But you know, it takes no micro, right? So like something like, yeah. Anyways, coming on through, Wind Riders making their way around. Troll Bat Riders, Wind Riders, just this entire transition into Orc Air. We see an Expo off to the north here. We're getting up more watchtowers. Undead may try and make a bit of a play up there. Expos on the southern side only have about 10 minutes of mining left and 6 minutes of mining left. Starting bases down to nearly nothing, as one watchtower already gone. And now, what are the opportunities? Blade Master looking to dive in here. 4-4-3 going up against a 5-3-2. And now Spirit Tower, high upkeep. Troll Bat Rider is going to dive in. Well, you got to remember, with Troll Bat Riders, there is siege damage onto those Troll Bat Riders, dealing fairly large amounts of damage there. There goes a Raider. And, well, a quick Death Coil Frost Nova ensuring the kill there, as those initial fights make such a big difference. All right, Orc Burrow, nothing hiding inside. We do have reinforced defenses for fortified armor. More Orc Burrows still being placed down by FoCuS. Is he really planning to go to 100 supply? All right, so FoCuS actually planning to get to 100 supply. He's starting to try to bank up a little bit of gold. Meanwhile, LabyRinth is currently sitting in high upkeep, so he's only getting 4 gold a second off of this gold mine compared to 7 gold a second by FoCuS. So FoCuS is winning the economic race right now, and only has a slightly smaller, well, actually fairly smaller army, 63 supply compared to 72, and many of those squishy Wind Riders that we've been talking about. All right, damage. Nerubian Tower quickly going to get taken down. Perhaps could go after some other buildings as well. LabyRinth, well, this Spirit Tower about to get taken down. It gets taken out, and well, are we going to see webs? Yes, we do. Troll Bat Rider suiciding onto the gargoyles. A Troll Bat Rider and a Wind Rider getting webbed down by those Crypt Fiends. 78 supply compared to 73. All right, the Expo off to the north. That northern spot is well defended. Meanwhile, there is one orc burrow here to try and protect from a swarm of ghouls who are attempting to clear out that bottom left-hand side. It is still two bases right now, both sides sitting in a low upkeep as the orc burrow now, well, saturated on ghouls. All right, fighting off to the north here. Troll, Bat Riders, Gargoyles, both sides continuing the fight there. One Gargoyle getting taken down easily, another Gargoyle getting taken down easily. 64 supply compared to 72. And the squishy Wind Riders, well, are they going to get finished off? Trying to finish off other units here. More Wind Riders showing up to the party as the slow poison over time, allowing the poison to tick its way through as a Scroll of Healing is used there. We're going to see an exploding death onto another unit there. Burrowing Crypt Fiends trying to stay alive. 64 supply compared to 59. Wind Riders are webbed down, and they are still fighting their way as we're looking at a burrowed Crypt Fiend getting exploded as well. All right, Crypt Fiends are just turning left and right. Death Knight finishes off a Shadow Hunter at level 3 as the Lich gets to level 4. Meanwhile, Firelord still sitting at level 5. Both sides are fighting their way through as 37 supply compared to 57, and I believe that is going to be the game here. The Destroyers can easily devour magic those lava spawns, and FoCuS ends up losing, even though throughout he seemed to have an advantage. Once more, those squishy Wind Riders, when your opponent is already at tier 3, just doesn't always work. There was a small window of opportunity for FoCuS to really deal that large amount of damage. Wasn't able to trade efficiently. Once LabyRinth was able to get his 2 level 1 heroes up to level 2 and then a level 3, that spell damage with that Death Coil and that Frost Nova able to, well, finish off a unit initially in the opening segments, and then also finish off a unit in those trailing segments if a Scroll of Town Portal is being used. And with that, well, when you're able to take down 8 supply in those instances, pretty much 100% of the time, things start to unravel. And that's what happened to FoCuS. Let me know what you guys thought about this game in the comments below.